Alright guys, NBA players and pre-game rituals. Now this happens across all major sports, not just in the NBA. Players and competitors of all backgrounds have their own superstitions. They have their routines and rituals that they go through before a game or event. Some of them are, normal and reasonable, like LeBron's chalk toss or Dwayne Wade's, pull-ups on the rim. However, others are kinda strange and unique in their own way. And some players take these superstitions to a whole nother level. In this video, we're gonna talk about those. How's it going, folks? My name's Andy, and without further ado, let's get started. Caron Butler and Mountain Dew. So throughout his NBA career, Butler was a very solid starter, even recognized as a two-time All-Star, which is quite impressive. A solid, versatile small forward who didn't stand out too much, but he was good. But the thing is, off the court, he was well known for his obsession with Mountain Dew. In fact, he admitted that it was an addiction, and his teammates would routinely be confused on why he liked drinking it so much. I mean, it's just Mountain Dew. Is it really that special to him? I mean, you gotta admit, a lot of us loved Mountain Dew and other sodas as a kid, but his consumption was out of control. When addressing this to his teammates when he was a rookie, Butler stated, "Guys are just shaking their heads and they have got water and those special crushed juices, and I'm drinking a big Mountain Dew, just downing it frozen and stuff. They're like, this guy, he's not going to make it." At one point, Butler played alongside Kobe, and y'all know that Kobe was very strict and harsh on his teammates. Butler purposely would go out of his way to hide his soda drinking habits from Kobe, so Kobe wouldn't get pissed off at his terrible diet. Butler's pregame ritual consists of chugging a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew and then chewing 12 plastic straws before every single game. What's even funnier is that the NBA stepped in and banned the art of straw chewing, because apparently there's some health concerns with that. But fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, they did not ban Mountain Dew, so Butler continued chugging along. Michael Jordan's shorts. Everyone knows about Jordan's impact when it comes to the sneaker business, as he drastically popularized custom shoe brands, but he also did something else. Back in the 1980s, 1970s, well, pretty much any era before MJ came along, players typically wore short shorts. These kind of shorts. However, one of the reasons why everyone transitioned to bigger, more baggy shorts is largely due to Michael Jordan. When he first came into the NBA, he requested longer shorts because he wanted to wear his North Carolina practice shorts underneath his NBA shorts. Before every game, Jordan would do exactly that. Because of this, he was one of just a few players in the NBA to wear longer, baggy shorts, and it looked kinda weird on the court. But due to his massive cultural impact, everyone else started to follow. Not just other players, but kids as well. That's why short shorts went out of style. So MJ's reasoning for wearing his North Carolina shorts underneath was simply because he felt that it was a good luck charm. Those shorts were the same practice shorts he wore during his 1982 NCAA season, when the Tar Heels won the championship, with MJ hitting the game-winning shot. For him, it was a reminder of his success, and that's what he strived for in the NBA as well. Monte Ellis and Eddie Curry. These two guys couldn't be more different. Two completely different players, completely different positions and attitudes. However, what they shared in common was, apparently, a similar pre-game ritual. For Monte, there was a video circulating around back in 2008 where he was dipping his hands into melted hot wax. According to his theory, Monte believed that dipping your hands into wax, letting it dry, and then peeling off the wax would leave him with smoother hands. And with smoother hands, Monte felt like he could shoot better. I don't know the science behind this, but he did this routine very often in the early years of his career. So, does this process really make his hands smoother? Maybe. On the other hand, Eddie Curry also used a similar method, except it was a bit different, a bit more outrageous. In an article, he, quote, dips his hands into melted milk chocolate, rolls them in a bowl of M&Ms, and then slathers on some whipped cream. He claims it's an old wives' recipe. Yikes, that's pretty damn weird. Afterwards, he probably ate the rest of the bowl or something, so maybe that's why he gained so much weight. While Monte's ritual was kind of okay, I guess, if wax really does indeed make your hands smoother. But overall, Curry, this is especially ridiculous. Shaq goes bowling. While Shaq was playing for the Phoenix Suns, this was the latter part of his career, and he declined to the point where he was no longer a dominant player. However, that didn't stop him from trying out something new. In the 2008-09 season, before every game, Shaq would do this routine where he'd throw an imaginary bowling ball and knock down his teammates. Funny enough, it worked. This entire season would be Shaq's bounce-back year, as he would make the All-Star team and played much better than his past few seasons. Because he was playing so well, much better than expected, he continued this routine, and did it every time right before a game started, cause why the hell not? Kevin Garnett's headbangs. Ah yes, a simple yet classic part of KG's routine. Coming into the NBA, his former teammate Sam Mitchell stated, "Kevin is a creature of habit, and he's done the same thing his entire career from day one." He's certainly lived up to that. Before every single game, KG always has a static routine that has not changed at all. In an article from the New York Times that talked about this, it described his habits quite well. Shorts tied, Garnett bangs his forehead against the pad twice, hard, and slaps it. Then he stalks toward the bench, pausing for a moment, always to bounce on his toes, where he acknowledges his teammates, his coaches, and other team staff members. He bumps fists and performs a few personalized handshakes. Once he reaches the scorer's table, he pours talcum powder onto his hands and claps them, puffing the stuff into a small, dense cloud. He was so consistent with his routine that the scorekeepers and commentators on the sideline would know when Garnett's about to come over, and they'd always have a towel on hand to cover their monitors, so the talcum powder doesn't get on it. Rajon Rondo's showers. In NBA circles, Rondo is seen as a perfectionist. And just like with many other perfectionists, or people with OCD, strict routines are fairly common, so it's no surprise Rondo has one as well. He apparently takes 5 showers on every game day, which includes a shower that's precisely 45 minutes before tip-off. According to Rondo, he does this because he thinks best in the water, and because he's a massive germaphobe. That's also why he chugs down 5 bottles of water prior to the game, because he doesn't want to deal with the Gatorade cups getting passed around on the bench. That grosses him out. The Boston Celtics peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't even think this is that weird, but speaking of Rondo and KG, the Boston Celtics as a team started a new pre-game trend that caught on with the rest of the NBA. In a Boston article, it stated, "The peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a timeless staple of kids everywhere, is now a central component of professional basketball, and the Celtics were the originators of this league-wide trend." It all started with the 2008 Celtics, mainly with Kevin Garnett, who was frequently seen munching on PB&J sandwiches prior to tip-off. His teammates questioned him about why he ate them, to which KG simply responded with, "They're good." Eventually, it spread to the rest of the team and the rest of the league. It became a locker room ritual where everyone would eat a PB&J sandwich about an hour before tip-off. The Golden State Warriors also adopted the same ritual years later, in 2015, and players even came out and said that it was a huge factor in helping them win. While PB&J sandwiches are not the most healthy, it's a decent source of carbs, fats, and protein, some instant energy that digests quickly. So hey, if it works, it works. Jason Terry. In his playing days, Terry did a couple of ridiculous things. He has a couple of strange rituals. The night before every game, he would wear the opposing team's shorts while sleeping. But he isn't just buying those shorts off an NBA store or from Dick's Sporting Goods, he gets them custom made from the NBA, so he can make sure it's authentic. The same shorts that his opponents wear on game day. That's kinda bordering on creepy, I think, to go out of his way to do all of that. Then on the court, we all know players typically have their own choice of accessories and clothing. But for Terry, he took it to a whole new level. He would sometimes wear up to 5 pairs of socks on the court, all of which were high socks that extend almost to his knees. While Terry's high socks are an iconic part of his game, did you actually know he wore that many? On top of this, he also did some other weird things like getting a tattoo of the teams he played for before the season started to give himself motivation. He has one for the Mavs, the Nets, and the Celtics. So what was his reasoning for doing all these pre-game rituals? Terry responded, "I'm a weird guy." Fair enough. Anyway, that's all folks. Those were 8 of the strangest, unique pre-game rituals in the NBA. Let me know your thoughts if you can think of any others, and which ones in this video do you think is the absolute strangest. Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and of course, as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.